So, good morning once again. As I mentioned earlier, I'm sorry, I cannot speak in Thai language, but I will speak, and in English is not my mother tongue either. So, my English may not be that good also, but I will try to explain the things and then try to exchange the view in my broken English and then try to make a presentation in English. Sorry for that. So, my presentation will be in two parts as Dr. Krut has asked me to do. The first part will be about the kind of the vision, introduction of the Vision 2020 and then the Global Action Plan. And the second part, I will be talking about the Sustainable Development Goal, the UN resolutions of 2015. So let me start with the little bit introduction of the WHO Global Action Plan. So, as Dr. Krut has already earlier mentioned also, there has been several UN and the WHO World Health Assembly resolutions to reduce the avoidable blindness, to eliminate the blindness, and so on. That kind of several resolution has been taken place in the past. So, to start with the Vision 2020, the global initiative, it was in 1999. The World Health Organization, with the joint initiative of International Agency for Prevention of the Blindness, in the World Health Assembly, of the 1999, they have taken a kind of the global initiative called Vision 2020. The Right to Sight was officially launched in WHO or World Health Assembly. That means World Health Assembly is being represented by each country's at least the minister level representation in the assembly, and then it was endorsed by all the UN members or the WHO member globally. So you know that the main focus, I already mentioned, you have already seen the data of the 1999. There has been estimation of the kind of 45 million people globally blind. Blind means not visually impaired, only blind, 45 millions. And then if we do not take any extra effort, if we do not do any extra effort or extra initiative is not being taken, it was estimated that by the next 50 years, the blindness is going to be double, means almost 90 million, more than 75 millions. So therefore the Vision 2020 was launched with the more focused activity in prevention of the blindness. You know, there were the four very strategic objective was been taken in Vision 2020, the right to sight, like a disease focused strategy, infrastructure development strategy, human resource development, and the technology collaborations. So this was the main theme of the Vision 2020 Right to Sight launched in 1999. So based on that, as a continuous process of the WHO resolution, and then to keep on focusing on the avoidable or to eliminate the blindness globally, in 2003, again the World Health Assembly 56/26, the World Health Assembly serial number, again refocused that there should be an elimination of the avoidable blindness. With the definition of the eliminations was a bit varies countrywide. It was a bit debatable, but they call that there should not be any avoidable blindness in the globally. So similarly, in 2006, another WHO resolution came up in the World Health Assembly with the participation of all the member country, UN member and the WHO member country, that there should be a special focus on prevention and of avoidable blindness and visual impairment. It was repeatedly strengthened and then focused and the priority is been given in the WHO World Health Assembly for the avoidable blindness. We can see that. And then with that also, the progress was not very satisfactorily. So the WHO decided that there should be a kind of a strategic action plan need to be developed globally and at the national level also. So global strategic action plan framework at the global level has been given by the WHO. Based on that, the country has to draw their own national plan. So it was adoption of the resolution of another resolution is 62.1, prevention of the avoidable blindness and visual impairment, endorsing the action plan. All the member countries endorsed the action plan, they passed the action plan, they agreed on the action plan for the avoidable blindness and visual impairment, which action plan works for 2009 and 2013. So this action plan mainly focus on strengthening advocacy to increase the member state so that we have more political willingness and the involvement and the technical commitment is required for elimination of the blindness, the number one. Number two was to develop and strengthen national policy on the blindness, national policy and plan and programs on eye health in the blindness and visual impairment. And then the strategy number three was increase and expand the research and prevention of the blindness and visual impairment was required. And number four focus was improve the coordination, collaboration and the partnership among all the stakeholders who are involved in the blindness to eliminate the blindness. And then number five is also, of course, that is a monitoring process is required, because if you don't monitor, you don't know where you are going. So the monitoring progress in elimination of the avoidable blindness and national and regional and the global level is required. So with these five strategic actions and the objectives, the 2009-13 action plan was developed and endorsed by the WHO resolutions. So after 2013, the blindness still seems to be very challenging globally and at the many countries at the national level also. So it was not adequate, that action plan was also not adequate. Then the WHO resolutions in the 66.4, they call based on those action plan 2009 and 13, based on those focus strategies and priority of the 2009 and 13, the WHO came up with the WHO in collaboration with the International Agency for Prevention of Blindness again, they come up with another action plan for the 2014 and the 19. And this is the book for that. So I will be little bit describing about on this. So what was the reason again? It was this 2014-2019 global action plan was more focused and more with a more strategic and more clear objective is came up, because it was still, they call it little vague, little bit monitor to progress the view in the past action plan and the past strategies. So therefore the issue for this again, it has to come up with another action plan. Is there were still 285 million people were visually impaired globally, and then still the 80% of the visual impairment was avoidable. We are still working, still the 80% was avoidable. As you know that in the developing country, the avoidable blindness, the density of the avoidable blindness is more than compared to the developed country. So still 80%. That means the developing country still has to need to work more. And then another factor is came up is that 90% of the world visually impaired people living in the developing country still. So this was the issues still to be addressed by the global health populations or the World Health Organizations or all the stakeholders involved in the eye care services and the blindness. So therefore they come up with the more strategic kind of focused action plan as called this global action plan. There is a clear objective in it, clear target in it. One of the main target is a 25% reduction in the global blindness. So previous blindness was the elimination of the blindness was the target. That the elimination of the definition of the elimination was not very clear. Therefore now is clear is a 25% reduction of the blindness and the visual impairment by 2019 with the baseline information of the 2010. So what has been the prevention of the blindness in 2010? At least 25% reduction should be made by every country by 2019. So if your blindness is a 1%, in 2010, then it should be below 0.75% by 2019. So every country has a different target now. There is no global target as such. The global target will be a consolidation of all the countries, but there is a very specific national target. So you can draw from this global action plan. Previously it was a bit vague. So how to do it is also very clearly mentioned. Strong and equitable IL system is required, and which collects the evidence and the magnitude, which is based on the evidence, and then there is a human resource development is to be required, and then provide comprehensive eye care service. With these three, equitable IL system need to be developed in all countries, and then all countries should implement and endorse or operationalize the global action plan at the national level, and if required in the sub-national level for the bigger country. For the countries such as India, the national plan will vary in between the states, so it also can be drawn in the sub-national levels. So there are very clear-cut three objectives has been given by the WHO recent global action plan, which has already been operationalized in the Thailand. So one of the main objective is of the WHO this recent global action plan, which we are currently in that period, is the evidence generation and used those informations, those evidence to advocate political and financial commitment for the country, of the member state, means WHO member state, what I mean here. So there is you need to generate evidence, and your plan and program should be based on the evidences, and please use those evidences to generate to do the advocacy with the country level for the political willingness and the financial commitment. So for this, what are to be the action is to be taken? What kind of the evidence need to be generated? It is clear. One of the main thing, as I have mentioned already, our global target or the national target is a 25% reduction on the blindness. So we must undertake the blindness survey periodically so that we can monitor and evaluate. Thailand has had a blindness survey in the past. This is one of the best countries in the Southeast Asia for reducing the avoidable blindness. Exemplary things are here, but you still need to do periodical surveys so that you are still progressing. So that based on the previous data, the recent next survey you are targeting to do in 2017 should show the improvement. So to show and it is very important indicator for the monitoring. So only the blindness survey, undertaking a blindness survey is not enough. You must come up with the very useful data. Those useful data need to be published and then disseminate for all the policymakers and the planners. And then there are other kind of the evidence also need to be generated. Whereas affordability of your service may not be applicable here because the health insurance system, but it is applicable for many countries. And then sustainability of the services, quality and the equity, including cost effectiveness of the services. And the WHO has given a different kind of the tools for to measure all to assess service for this purpose. So such as IL system assessment tool is there, and the WHO has developed with the eye care system assessment tool, we call it XSAT. It's already been done, and we will be talking, Dr. Proto will be talking about later today or tomorrow on this. So TRADS means that treatment of is diabetic retinopathy, and the diabetes and diabetic retinopathy service, tools for assessment of diabetes and diabetic retinopathy service. So that is a TRADS. So and other disease specific prevalence also may be required, such as maybe the trachoma, may not be the case here, the glaucoma may be the case here, and then other disease specific survey may also be required. To all this, if you have all this information or evidence generated, then it is very good for planning the eye care services. And then it is very important that you don't only generate the information or evidence, you should also disseminate documentation and evidence for advocacy. So these are the main actions we need to take. We will be discussing in next 2 days, today and tomorrow, how to generate the evidence. One of the major things is to carry out the visual impairment survey. So this is one of the main objective of the number one objective of the WHO Global Action Plan, which this country has agreed to operationalize and has been endorsed. So the second objective, I'll be bit in a brief. So the second objective was a kind of the developing a national plan and the policy, and then kind of the integrated and the comprehensive eye care service need to be developed within the framework of the WHO Global Action Plan at the country and the national and the sub-national level. So that was mainly, we'll be focusing on the first objective. Second objective, the Thailand is already good enough. And then for this purpose, you need to have a policy, plan, protocols, and the comprehensiveness means all the preventive, promotive, rehabilitative, and curative service need to be done. And then of course the human resource planning need to be mapped, and the planning accordingly, the production and the distribution, and then referral mechanism, and then all the essential medicine, diagnostic treatment protocol, and the equipment are in the place, and then also standardized at the national and district level is level of the eye care services, and the national indicator, target, and national information, we call it health information system, reporting, monitoring system are in place. Those are the second objective of the WHO Global Action Plan. So the third one is the kind of the single entity cannot, as we have realized that a single entity cannot reduce or eliminate the avoidable blindness or meet the global target of the Global Action Plan. Therefore, multi-sectoral engagement is required. It's not only the eye health sector people can reduce or eliminate the blindness. You need the other health sector also, like many of the other general diseases also affect the eye. Not only the health sector, but also you need the you need to do collaboration with the non-health sector also, such as educational sector, maybe social welfare sector, and then other sector also is required. So kind of the multi-sectoral collaboration is one of the theme of the WHO Global Action Plan. So there are clear set of the indicator had also been given by the WHO Global Action Plan. There are very clear-cut 3 set of the indicator you need to measure by 2019, and you need to report, the country need to report to the next World Health Assembly by 2019. Are one of the need is prevalence and the cause of the visual impairment. The target is a 25% reduction. How much you have achieved in those days, that need to be reported by the country. So another target is a kind of the human resource per million populations. This is no target is being given because there is no clear set of this much of is required. So how much you have and how much improved you have done in the last 5 years in those after operationalization of the Global Action Plan, in terms of the ophthalmologist, in terms of the optometrist, in terms of the allied health personnel. What was in the past, what has been now. So if it is number has been increased, the ratio has been increased, has been become better. So that means you have done good, you have done well after operationalization of the Global Action Plan. The third set of indicators will be Thailand need to report to the WHO Health Assembly, and is the kind of the monitoring the eye care services of the country is the cataract surgical service delivery, or the cataract surgical rate and the cataract surgical coverage. Cataract surgical rate, you can to calculate the cataract surgical rate, you do not need to have a blindness survey, but it's a very rough kind of the indicators. But now the cataract surgical coverage has been considered as one of the very good, reliable indicator to measure or to evaluate the eye care service of the country. So the cataract surgical coverage, you need to, what was the cataract surgical coverage you have had in the 2010 or in the 2014 before operationalization of the WHO Global Action Plan, and then what has been now achieved by the after operationalization, that need to be reported. If it is surgical coverage has been improved, then your eye care service is doing well, and then going towards the elimination of the blindness. So cataract surgical coverage is one of the tracer indicator, has also been recognized by the WHO and the World Bank. So periodically, the World Bank and the WHO gives a big money, big support to the health sector of the country for a kind of the universal health coverage, they call it, universal health coverage. So cataract surgical coverage has been considered as one of the tracer indicator in the report of the World Health Organization and the World Bank. So the country need to report periodically the country's cataract surgical coverage to the World Health WHO and the World Bank. So to have a cataract surgical coverage, you need to do the periodical blindness survey. Only the hospital service data can give you only cataract surgical rate per million population, which is also the kind of indicator. But the most authentic and the reliable indicator, cataract surgical coverage, which also been recognized by the World Bank and World Health Organization, is need to be reported periodically by the country. So therefore, we need to have a blindness survey periodically. So this was the kind of the introduction of the Global Action Plan. If you have any questions and then any clarification is required, so I'm happy to answer now or later, and then I might go to this quickly to the SDG. I'm in a time, or should I be in a hurry? No? Has it been clear? My English is not that good, but I hope I try to make it clear on the Global Action Plan. The brief thing is that there are 3 clear-cut objectives. One of the major objectives is evidence generations, and use those evidences is one of the priority and the focus and objective of the Global Action Plan, which has been operationalized in Thailand. Therefore, we are undertaking, or you are undertaking, the periodical blindness survey or visual impairment survey. If there are no questions, I will move into the sustainable development, to introducing you such SDGs, to call it as sustainable.